Hey everybody, welcome to Backcountry Alaska. I'm Thomas, and on this one we're going dredging, one of my nerdy hobbies that I have. I got the gold fever when I was like 10 and I haven't quit since. So we're gonna try to get my dredge in the water here at my favorite dredge pond and go get a spot over there next to Brett's dredge, I think somewhere on the other side of him, so I'm not in the way. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this one. It's really fun, at least for me. And yeah, here we go. Brett's got a 6-inch and a 4-inch, so he can dig some holes. I'm just doing a 4. Now that we got the hose full of water, the foot valve has the pump pretty much primed. We got to get this hose primed, but we'll kind of do that when we fire up. This will be the first time this thing started in like 2 years. So, hope I maintained my equipment good. Choke, gas on, no throttle. Well, might as well put some rocks through it. Doesn't sound too good. Huh. Shit. This thing seems like it's carrying too much gravel. I need to go a little steeper. So I'll loosen these up and move the whole box farther back. Well, I'm kind of concerned that that's not starting again. Oh geez. I remember why it wouldn't start. It's because at an idle, this air compressor, or the engine doesn't have enough power to turn the air compressor over, so once it pressured up the tank, it just kind of died, and then it wouldn't want to start. So remember that. Just opened up my PSV since I think this spring's too stiff in this thing, otherwise it should have bled that off. But anyway, I think I'm gonna stick it where I'm at. And right there's my first little piece of wire gold. I don't know if you guys can see it, it's super tiny. But yeah, and I see a couple other little pieces in here, but little tiny stuff. We're gonna stick with where we're at. I can kind of see, because there's this little stream that's coming in here. But anyway, I don't have a weight belt on, so I was have a hard time getting down to where I could get my face right there where I could see. The other thing I forgot is my hood, so I'm gonna have to go buy a new one of those tomorrow when I go back to town to get Emmy. All right. But I can tell you one thing. After struggling and, well, not really struggling, after just doing all the hard work, getting the dredge over here, putting it in the water, remembering all the things that I'm supposed to remember on how to put it together and all that, and wrestling the hose around and bleeding the air out of everything. And then I got down there and I was like, oh man, I can't see anything. Took a minute to clear up. I was like, man, this isn't as fun as I remember. And then I gave it a couple more minutes and I got down to the bottom and I could see all the very bottom gravels, the hard packed stream bed. Sucking up the hose, I was like, oh yeah, I remember why I like doing this. Chasing that gold. So cool. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Should be a good one. Got our dredge waiting for us. Got to have the rest of my gear on here. All right, let's go get some gold. Well, I got the dredge warming up. My buddy Brett was nice enough to loan me his hood so I won't freeze my butt today. And then I did drag the dredge back a couple feet. I'm gonna kind of start back here and work this whole edge so I get a wide enough hole where it's not always sloughing in on me. See, I'll start right about there and work my way that way. See how it goes. Exciting. As you can see in this portion of footage that there's some nice decomposing bedrock here at the bottom of this hole. Certain parts of this pond have a thick clay layer, other parts have nice hard bedrock, and other portions have decomposing bedrock like you can see here. So you get something to look at, a little bit different in every spot. And then there's theories on which stuff is better to see when you're dredging on the bottom and which stuff you want to avoid. I don't have that much experience, so I just make sure to be on the bottom. Well, I broke my favorite pan throwing a rock. Oops. Oh well. There's some gold in the box, but it's not looking as good as I was hoping it would look. So, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta run to town and get Emmy. So I guess I'll just come back and take a look at the hole and see what it looks like, and I don't know, maybe go back over to my spot I was years previous where I was doing a lot better. Just not a lot of place to put the dredge. There's too much tailings and not enough water. It's just not such a good spot anymore for dredging, but it might be worth it just because there's actually gold there. Anyway, all right, let's get after it. All right, tell me what kind of tracks these are, Emmy. This? See this one with the pointed toes? Uh-huh. That's a moose. Yeah. But see how this one's got a curved toe? Uh-huh. That's a caribou. Caribou, right? Yeah. Isn't that cool? So cool. I didn't realize the caribou got right in here. That's neat. I scared myself. It is super clear. It's so pretty. What happens if I stuck this in the water and heat it up? I'd probably fry it. Or me. Lots of ducks living on this little pond. So I got neoprene socks. 2 layers of them keep me warm. This is a 2.5 millimeter, whatever. This is 3.5. Seems pretty tight.
Good.
Figuratively and literally. Maybe you can keep an eye on the tailings out the back. If you start to see they get mounted up at all, when I poke my head out and look at you, just wave at me.
Okay.
Then I'll go shovel them.
Like mounted up, like...
You'll see it start to come out of the water or go, if it starts to like back up the sluice, then you'll know.
Okay. Oh yeah. You want me to tuck it in the back for you?
I'll get it here in a second.
Your face get cold?
No, because the mask covers the most of it. Here, hold that for me.
I can't.
Yeah, it's heavy, isn't it?
Holy shit.
And this isn't even enough weight. I have some heavier ones to help me sink better because these wetsuits are so thick to keep you warm that they help you float really well too. So.
Holy shnikey. The sun's coming out.
I really don't have the best setup for cleaning up this thread, but we're gonna do what we can. Thank you.
Of course.
As long as that doesn't get knocked over. There we go. Now we got everything transferred in this bucket all into the screen. We're gonna get all the big stuff out. Don't see any. Nope, no big nuggets this time. Okay, and now begins the panning process, so that'll take me a while. Oh, there's definitely some color in here. I just seen some.
Yay!
So I'm panning one pan into the other pan in the water.
Oh, I see.
So that I can repan it. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. So I am panning this kind of fast for concentrates, but the box wasn't looking too good, so I wasn't super excited. But I'm definitely seeing some color in here already. So that's cool. Alright, we'll bring you guys right back. Got it down to a little bit. Down to the nitty gritty now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Cool, huh?
Hey,
Gold!
that's so cool! There's a lot in there.
Alright, put your hand out.
Oh my god!
Look at that one, huh? It's a dirty piece. It's real dirty.
Oh, but it's big.
Uh-huh.
You have to keep going.
I know. Now I have to stay.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how dirty it is. It's got a lot of black in it. See it all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah.
Cool, huh?
So cool.
Where's the big nuggie at? Yeah, that's a pretty big piece there.
Oh yeah.
And there's a piece trapped back here, and then 2 or 3 behind that little spot.
Well, that is a big piece right there.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Very cool. Good job.
What'd you do, Emmy?
Wet and cold.
Yeah.
Heat up the hole, so it wasn't there anymore. So he thought like, oh.
He didn't trust you. You haven't given him a peanut yet.
I'm about to go get those peanuts.
Doesn't look like much when you're looking at it from the surface. For me, dredging is almost therapeutic. You're just down there, just skewing the suction nozzle, sitting on the bottom of the pond or bottom of the creek, moving rocks one at a time. Every once in a while you get one stuck and you gotta pull it off, but still you're just listening to the engine run and the rocks bounce down the hose and just keep after that gold. Here we're starting to get into what you should really be looking for if you're dredging on the bottom of a creek. This hard-packed stream bed material. Kind of see this rock is stuck in the side of the bank here, and I finally work it out. For some reason in your brain, as soon as you work a big rock out, you're like, oh, there's got to be gold underneath it. So I just jump right back in there and try to suck up all the gravel that's sitting there behind that rock, embedded into the stream bed. It's crazy to think of how many tens of thousands of years that rock was sitting there until I came along and sucked it up. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of dredging is really just about managing the size of rock that goes down your hose. As you saw there a second ago, I was just picking rocks out that I knew were going to be too big or too long, and they could get in the hose or get in the nozzle and get stuck. That one, definitely too big. In this particular area, there seems to be about 2 or 2.5 feet of hard-packed stream bed gravels on top of the bedrock. And that's where all the gold's coming from that hard-packed material. Over the millennia, as the gravel was washed, the gold worked its way to the bottom, so it hits the first thing that hits really hard. That's just this gravel layer, and then, of course, this bedrock that you're seeing here in this shot. Somewhere in between. Here you could kind of pick up, well, you might not be able to see it, but I could see it, a little piece of gold stuck there on the bedrock, and I made sure to suck it up. The problem with dredging in this dredge pond is your visibility just starts to progressively get worse. The more gravel you move, the more gravel's floating around in the water with you, and the less you can see. That's a huge advantage to being in a stream. You always got fresh water running right through your hole and cleaning out your visibility, as long as you got your dredge set up right. You can really see in this scene where these bigger boulders have worked their way all the way down onto the bedrock. That's a good sign, and that's exactly where the gold's going to be, is right down here with the big rocks. Big rocks, big gold. Even though they get to be a pain to pick up and move around. The whole time I'm filming these underwater scenes, I'm just holding the GoPro in my free hand. I definitely need to get a mount on my face mask or something so you guys can see this stuff better. Right here I get a plug up in the nozzle. Usually the first place you get a plug is right in the nozzle, so the easiest thing to do is just grab another rock down there and give it a good smack. And then it might break that rock loose and suck it down the hose, and then you can just keep on working. You don't have to try to find the plug in the hose any other spot or walk all the way back to the jet and try to check there first. First thing you always do is check the nozzle. If you guys like these gold prospecting videos or specific parts about them, like the underwater shots or the dredge setup, just leave me a comment down in the comments. That'd be great. That way I know what to make the next video, how to make it a little different or a little better. I think I'm going to do a Dredging for Dummies video and show everybody how you set up the dredge and explain each step rather than just filming it and not explaining anything. There's lots of stuff to learn about dredging, that's for sure. Maybe I'll just put a long, uncut, underwater video of just the nozzle time. It's almost like a guy could play it while he's trying to sleep, and it'd be like listening to the rain on a tin roof. At least, that's what it feels like to me anyway. Might put you right to sleep, I don't know, maybe you guys could try it. Oh yeah, some gold in the box. Oh boy. There's getting to be some pieces in there. I'm finally getting into some good stuff, I think. Oh yeah, look at that piece. I don't know if this camera's gonna pick it up. Right there on the end of my pinky. Alrighty. What do you think, lady? That right there is what we like to see when we're cleaning up. Oh baby. There's a picker. Can't forget that's in there.
I mean, it's probably one of the nicest pieces I've gotten so far, so I'm gonna... Oh, nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That one I just was scraping this top layer off into my container here, and I seen it roll there. I was like, oh!
Fucking A, yeah. You know, I really like your box, your 4-inch box, way better than mine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's
A guy could always try to recreate it.
yeah. Because mine, you got the miner's moss there, that's pretty cool, but having that little black pad up top for so you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's when you can really tell, because when my first day dredging in this hole, I didn't see much up there. And then I finally got into working that hard pack on the bottom foot or so,
Yeah.
and then I go check the box and I see 3 little flakes in there. I'm like, okay, now I'm doing better. Because yeah, you can really just look. But yeah, that's awesome, huh?
Yeah, that's almost identical to that flat piece that I got.
Yeah,
you know?
yep, earring piece.
Yep, that's great.
Cool. You better put that in the vial for me.
Ah!
Got it?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
Yeah. Where's your vial?
It should be laying right there.
Oh yeah.
That one I just saw right here in the box. I just picked it
Oh
out of it.
my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so pretty.
Isn't it? That would make a good earring.
Yeah. Okay, so I squeeze it out.
I don't know if that one probably won't go up the straw. So you just have to take the lid and just hold it over the pan the whole time. So if you drop it, it ends up back in the pan. And then pick it up and drop it in there. Boop. Perfect.
Wow.
I thought I might have seen a piece about that size go up, but I didn't want to get excited. Go up the hose, you know? I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, is that a piece or not?
Hell yeah, babe.
So the green pan's empty now, right?
Uh-huh.
Could you hand me?
I found it.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
You got one too?
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, honey.
Hide right on the side of the box.
All right. Now, how did I do this before?
Woohoo.
Alright, there's that pile. Cool.
Yep. Eee.
Pour the water out as best you can. Dry it. Don't dry it too much where it'll start popping and jumping. But look at those two big pieces in there.
So cool.
There you go. Pan full of gold. Dry finger always. Otherwise, it'll stick. Losing a few microflex, I'm sure. But it's the way I know how to do it. Except you don't do that. So, yay.
Nice little vial of gold. Cool.
That one piece is pretty big.
Here, hold it still.
I can't, I'm shaking. Neat.
Pretty. Hey!
Go. There you go, honey.